How much adventure can you pack into 3 days? This October, Jay's parents and brother joined us to find out on a trip we're calling the Ice Loop.
In this second episode, we do 2 different waterfall hikes, then visit 2 huge glaciers as we spend an entire day making our way down the Icefields Parkway from Jasper to Banff.
Good morning. I don't know if you can even see me. It's so dark out here. It's about 7:30. We are hitched up. We are heading out super early with the family because we're gonna go down the Icefields Parkway. See you on the road. Our first stop was Athabasca Falls.
So if you go to Athabasca Falls, make sure you take the little canyon walk. It's not that far, but it's like really cool.
These canyons would have been formed over thousands and thousands of years as the water from the waterfall created all the potholes and carved away the canyon basically. So it's really cool, and in thousands of years from now, the canyon will just be even deeper. The temperatures in the canyon can be up to 10 degrees lower. So come prepared with a sweater, even in the summer. Although on a really hot day, this might be the place to be. It'll feel like air conditioning. But today, at the beginning of October, we're bundled.
This stop is called Goats and Glaciers. What do you think of the Goats and Glaciers?
No goats, no glaciers. False advertising.
We followed the windy road to our next destination. We're coming up the Stanley Falls path right now, and it's a little different than the Athabasca Falls. There was railings and warnings and everything. Here you could just fall off like a 100-foot cliff, so be careful if you're coming up the Stanley Falls trail, but it is really beautiful the whole way up. There's little waterfalls going down, there's a beautiful canyon. Definitely come check it out. This is quite a cliff right here. I don't know if it's 50 feet, 100 feet, but it's a long way down.
We continued south on the Icefields Parkway.
This is the Stutfield Glacier, and wow, it is impressive.
And they have bathrooms here, so you can have a loo with a view.
The skywalk looked pretty cool, but we wouldn't recommend it for those with a fear of heights.
Not far after the skywalk, we reached our next stop.
We're at the peak of the Icefields Parkway at the Athabasca Glacier, and boy, is it ever windy. We're bundled up, but it's still pretty cold. How you doing?
My scarf just swatted me.
We're gonna head up that way.
The Icefields produce their own weather system, and you can always feel a wind coming down off the glacier, and they call that the katabatic winds. As it turns out, they're the strongest in the fall.
Good thing we're here in the fall.
As you come up over the hill, that's when those katabatic winds really hit you in the face. And you kind of have to lean into the wind. I hope you can hear us.
We thought it was windy before, but holy crap, is it windy now. Whew.
Woo. The glacier retreats 5 meters every year, making it really easy for people who come here multiple times in their lifetime to really appreciate the huge differences that climate change and global warming are causing to this glacier.
Next, we stopped to stretch our legs near the Saskatchewan River crossing and found a friend.
Our last Icefields Parkway stop was Bow Lake, home of the currently shuttered Numtija Lodge.
Okay, and Jason's going to take a dip in Bow Lake.
Oh yeah, every lake that we get to, right?
All right, I just have to go change into my swimming suit so I can take a dip. Can you test the temperature?
I'm not even taking my mitts off.
I'm hearing reports of 5 to 10 degrees.
We reached the end of the parkway, joined back up with Highway 1 and headed towards Banff.
Mel served up a wonderful dinner of soup and samosas as we talked about our plans for tomorrow in Banff.
Pardon me, I'm just emptying the garbage here.
Mel is not that impressed by the pothole. I had to change the GoPro battery, so I'm hiding behind a rock where it's slightly less windy.
So the glacier
It does look cool. In the next episode, we get a close-up look at the hoodoos in Banff. Mel checks out the market, and we all get treated to more wildlife encounters.
Make sure you don't miss the next video by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.